Welcome to the Notary Educators with Kimmi Podcast. Hosts Kimmi and Jeff Nunnally, along with Alexis Franklin, share expert insights to help you launch and grow a successful mobile notary business no matter what state you are commissioned in. Learn how to become a top-notch loan signing agent and get answers to common notary questions. Explore our all-inclusive $47 monthly training library, plus live weekly online coaching sessions with courses on general notary work, wedding efficient services, remote online notary, ink fingerprinting, apostille, translation services, and I-9 completion. Notary Educators, LLC is your one-stop shop for notary training. Tune in to the Notary Educators with Kimmi podcast and subscribe to the Notary Educators with Kimmi's YouTube channel also for more tips. Take your notary business to new heights.
Welcome to Notary Educators with Kimmi. How's it going? I'm a few minutes early, so I'm just going to do one more little task that I had to complete here. How's everyone doing tonight? So we are going to wait just a few minutes because we're supposed to start at 7. But again, I had one little thing I had to finish, and I said, let me just go ahead and log on. I hope everyone's having a great evening. What's up? What's up? Tonight we are doing more apostille training. I see that's still very popular. Excuse me, because it's really an untapped market. As much as we talk about apostilles, it is really still untapped. A lot of you are still not doing it. I'm going to ask you when we get started, are you actually doing apostilles? Because there's plenty out there for everybody, you know, because again, the majority aren't doing apostilles. So we're going to talk about it shortly. I'm going to give you a couple more tips. The session we did yesterday was really good. And not like it wouldn't be. Look, not like it wouldn't be, right? We wouldn't be expecting that. What's up, Ingrid? First one in the house. Hi, Miss Kim Free. She's so funny. How's it going? So yeah, we are going to continue our apostille training tonight. We had a giveaway last night. So grateful for Miss Donna Mack. We're going to follow up with that tonight. Hopefully she can join us. If she cannot, no big deal. We're going to get to the bottom of it. So we had a nice little giveaway. And she was so generous. I really appreciate it. So we will talk about that too. So we got a few things to talk about tonight. Just a couple things we're going to talk about. Hey, everybody. Hey, Lisa. What's up? What's up? Yeah, so we got a couple of things we're going to talk about. And I'm just excited. I'm really excited for our mentees. They are doing amazing things. The chat is on fire, guys. If you're not a part of mentorship, I'm telling you, the group chat alone is worth its price, its weight in gold. Donna Mack is here. Hey, Tracy. How are you, Lori W? What's up? What's up? So Donna is here so she can help me clear up what happened yesterday. Notary in real life. We got a lot of mentees here right here in the live chat. I decided to go live directly on YouTube today because yesterday when I was live, it showed 7 people. I'm like, I know more than 7 people on this live. So it was something happened with StreamYard. So I was like, guess what? We're not even trying it today. So let's get right into it, okay? So first of all, welcome again. Thanks for your patience. So before we get started, and I know most of you right here, right now, so I probably should ask that question later, but, and for my mentees that are not doing apostilles, why are you not doing them yet? We're going to talk about that. Tell me why you're not, because I don't think some of you did your first one yet, right? I don't think so. I know we have a few that have, but some have not. So I really want to make sure we're taking advantage of that, because a lot of times I hear people say, well, I really want my business to grow. And that's one way to make it grow is by doing other services. So it could be a little intimidating. We had someone on here last night, actually. They were talking about non-Hague. And it is a different process for each one. So I'm going to give you the short version because some of you may be brand new. And I know I got a lot of mentees, they already know this, but I'm going to just be very brief. It's a document that is leaving the country, the United States, and it needs a higher level of authentication, okay, before it can leave. So we have an agreement with some countries where they say, well, you know what? You take our documents, we take your documents. We all cool, easy peasy, not a big process, right? But then we have other countries which are called the non-Hague. And those countries are like, before we take your document over here, it's going to go through this whole process, like 4 or 5 of them sometimes, right? So that's the difference between the two, the way it's processed, okay? And it really starts with what country it's going to. That's where it really starts. What country is it going to? What type of document is it? That's going to really help you with your processing. So there's a questions equal what we say, guys. Questions equal boom, boom, boom. Questions equal money. Okay? So the more questions we're asking, we're going to get clarity on what our client needs. That's going to help us to feel more confident in offering these services too, right? Because you could take the boogeyman out the room. It's like, okay, what's an apostille? What country is it going to? So the moment they say a country that's in the Hague agreement, I'm like, cha-ching, easy peasy. Sorry, y'all. Y'all know I ate something I shouldn't have ate, right? This is my little apple cider vinegar mix. So, again, the Hague countries are easy peasy. So if you want to start doing apostille, start with the Hague countries. So you can't know what your client is going to need, right? So you can't say, well, I'm only going to do the Hague countries. You can say that, but you cannot base your interaction with the client on that. Because when they call you, you don't know what they need, so you start asking questions, right? So if you get a non-Hague, though, hey, let's talk it out. Especially if you're a mentorship, we're going to get that money, so don't be scared. So we have Notary in Real Life here. Welcome, welcome. I'm scared. I know for real, it can be a little frightening, the apostilles. Even when I get them right now. I'm like, okay, what do they want? Where's it going? What's my process? And until I know the country, and sometimes I look at the document. Now, that's the only time I'm going to tell you, yes, let's look at the document. Because I'm going to get to that in one of my tips here. You need to look at that document. Normally, I say don't have no clients sending you a document every single time they need a notarization. We don't have time for that. Time equals money too, okay? So some new notaries, they're not sure what to do. They're faking it till they make it. They'll tell the client, well, can you fax me a copy of that so I can see it? Can you scan me a copy of the document so I can see it? Hey, if you're a notary and you're notarizing like a pro, like a pro, you don't have to see every single document before they send it to you. There will be occasions when you need to see it before you do the notarization, before you go to the appointment, but that's very rare. So I do not teach you to have your clients sending you your documents all over the place, okay? Lisa says she's still waiting to do one, but she feels pretty confident. And then Notary in Real Life says she needs to market it. Yeah. That's typically the problem, is the marketing. Because people won't know you're doing it if you don't tell them. Okay, so let's get right into our 3 tips. Then we'll do a little open discussion as always. And we'll get to the bottom of what's going on with this gift. This gift giveaway, okay? So my first thing, I have 3 tips for you tonight. My first tip is don't say you provide apostille services yourself because it confuses the client. Your client will not trust that you can actually do the apostille for them or help them get it completed. Some notaries are mistaken, again, because they haven't been properly trained. The way that they're talking to their client, they're telling their client, I can do your apostille for you, versus using verbiage like, I will facilitate it for you. I can assist you getting it completed. So when you tell your client that you can do it and they do a little bit more research, because a lot of Secretary of State's websites will clearly state notaries cannot do apostilles. Even in the sorry, y'all. Even in the notary space, okay? Even in the notary space, notaries are confused if they can do it or not because of the verbiage that they're using. When they call the Secretary of State, they're saying, I'm going to do this apostille. The Secretary of State is like, no, you're not. So we have to be very careful of what terms we're using. That's why you got to learn how to walk the walk and talk the talk. Okay? That's how you get in rooms. Sometimes it's not always what you know, but you need to be able to speak the language that the other people are speaking. Okay? So if you're telling your client or you're calling the Secretary of State saying, I'm doing your apostille, they're going to say, no, you're not. You're going to hang up the phone. Then you're going to try to find me or somebody else and say, hey, my Secretary of State says I can't do apostilles. And they would be correct. You are the middleman. You are the facilitator. You are the agent, whatever words you want to put in there, but you don't physically put the stamp on the paper, okay? So you have to be clear. And the reason I say that, again, is because you don't want to confuse your client. If your client thinks that you're saying you're going to do it, and once they find out that notaries cannot do it, they're going to be confused. And they're going to ask you again, are you sure you can do it? Because I just had that happen. I had a referral. I talked about this a few weeks ago from one of my clients who lives outside the country. She told her friend that I could help her. Her friend had did her research. She said notaries cannot do apostilles. She knew her stuff, my client, right? Potential client. So when she calls me, she's asking me, like doubling down, like, you can't do it. And before she even got to me, though, the person who I had helped in this country told her, I don't know what she did. But she did do it for me. It's completed, and I'm here in this country. So my client didn't have the verbiage to explain to her friend what the process was like, and I don't want her to know because I'm charging her for that service, right? No, she asked me, I would tell her. I typically say I have to go to Atlanta. I typically let them know that, so they know it's another step involved, okay? Because you start charging somebody $175, $200, $300, $400. They're like, wait a minute, what you got to do? What's going on? Why is it costing so much? Okay, so that's number one. Now we got a few more people here. Are you all doing apostilles before I go to number two? Or is this Greek? Do you know about apostilles? Put a 1 if you even know about it. I know my people know about it, so you guys don't have to answer. But do you know about apostilles if you're joining us for the first time here? Do you even know what it is? Have you heard the word before? Are you doing them? Put a 0 if you're not. 1 if you know about it, 0 if you don't know nothing about it. Or you know about it, but you're still not doing it. All right. Any takers? Like and subscribe. Thank you, Lori. I appreciate you. Like and subscribe, guys. Like and subscribe. We got 12 people here. We should have 12 likes. Come on, work with me. Work with me. Okay, number 2. Don't choose the type of notarization for your client. Okay? Ingrid says, yeah, I know about it, but not doing it yet. Yeah. Ingrid, why you not doing them? Why? Number 2 is don't choose the type of notarization for the client, as I just mentioned. Sometimes your client will bring you a document. So I'm going to give you an example. I'll give you a couple, actually. We'll just do one because we got a lot to talk about. But one example is a client needs, I had a person recently, they didn't use a power of attorney. It wasn't required. They just needed a simple statement, saying that they were giving someone permission to buy a piece of property over there in their country on their behalf. Now, this country, for the life of me, I don't understand why they didn't require more to be written on this document, but they did not. I'm not an attorney, okay? And that's where we're going to go with this in a moment. I don't get to tell my client what that document should have. Now, for me, if I were the one, facilitating that with some real estate, I'm thinking it should be more than just a little simple sentence. So the sentence looks something like this. I, Kimberly Nunnally, am allowing John Smith to purchase lot 12345 on my behalf. That's it. That was it. Another country. That's all the sentence that's all that was required. Thanks for the likes, guys. That's it. So I'm sitting there like, I said to myself, that's all that's required? So I did ask my client, because I'm that person. I said, so is that all that they're requiring? Is a simple statement like this? And he was like, yep, that's it. So we made sure the statement was exactly like they told her to write it, right? But it didn't have any notarial wording on the statement, okay? It had 0 notarial wording on the statement. So at that point, now we got to ask the client, how do they want it to, what type of notarization? Guys, I'm so freaking sorry. Let me drink this. I'm not the only YouTuber that goes live and then your throat is scratchy or itchy or whatever. I'm like, what is that? So anyway, sorry. So, so back to the story though. So that's all they required. No notarization on there. So now at this point, the client has to make the decision. The client has to make the decision. Is it going to be an acknowledgement or a jurat? Okay? The client has to make that decision. So you don't want to be choosing notarizations for your clients on any documents. If they bring you, what else? A reference letter is another common one that doesn't have notarization, any notarization wording on it. That's another one. No notarial wording, no certificate, no block. Okay? If you don't know what any of that meant, you probably need to be in mentorship. I'm just saying. Okay? So in that case, your client has to make the decision. You should not. If you do that, you are practicing law. You are practicing law. It's called the unauthorized practice of law. And you do not want to be guilty of that, okay? Because what if you tell that client, well, you know what? You need a jurat. You need an acknowledgement, right? And then they do what you tell them to do. Then what happens? It comes back for some reason, right? It could happen. Now, the chances of it coming back to you once it's in another country, okay? Not because of that, because the other country don't typically know what's required on a notarization. But you should know as a notary that's notarizing like a pro, okay? Because we don't do nothing half-stepping over here. We are notarizing like a what, people? Like a pro, okay? So, let's see. Let's get some comments. So, Ngrips. Oh, hey, GG Solutions. Welcome, welcome. Ngrip says, renewing my license next week. It expires 12/15/25. Yeah, so in our state, they let you do it 90 days ahead of time. So you're going to do it August, September, October, November, December. Your state will allow you to do it almost 4 to 5 months early. They could, I don't know, but in my state, it's exactly 90 days. It ain't 91, it ain't 92, it's exactly 90. All right, so again, you don't want to be picking notarizations for your client. It will affect the apostille when you take it to the Secretary of State. Okay, how will it affect it? If there's nothing written there, then it won't be apostille because you got to have some notarization wording on there. Okay, that's just facts. Now let's go to number 3. Number 3 is do not skip the notarization step. Okay, a lot of times people figure, well, I'm going to take this document to the Secretary of State, right? And the Secretary of State is going to put the apostille on it. So there's nothing for me to do as the notary. Okay? That will be the case sometimes, depending on the type of document. Okay? But in most cases, a document that's being apostilled must have a notarization on it. Okay? So, again, you want to know how to properly notarize, in my personal opinion, before you start becoming an apostille agent. Okay? Now, it's not sexy. I know most of y'all just want to get out there and start charging $200 per page, $300 for 2, for, et cetera, et cetera. But I'm always going to tell you the right way. I'm always going to tell you the right way. That's how I've been here so long. Okay? We're going to do it the right way. We're going to do it like a pro. And a pro will say, know what you're doing before you start apostilling or facilitating documents to be apostilled. Okay? Now, another reason I say that is because I had an example. I told y'all a couple months back, I did an apostille for somebody. I was getting married outside of the country, a destination wedding, right? Single person affidavit. But the notary that did the notarization, their stamp was expiring in 3 days. The wedding wasn't going to be for we didn't know when. I asked the guy, I said, when are you getting married? And it really didn't matter because I knew it wasn't going to be 3 days from now because he's still here with me in Georgia. Okay? So this is another reason why I say you have to know how to properly notarize. You have to notarize like a pro before you can apostille like a pro, ink fingerprint like a pro. Anything else, you need to know how to do it right. Okay? And this is not something you're going to find anywhere else because most people say, well, just buy my apostille course. And I have an apostille course. You can check it out, 60% off. Use coupon code WIN2025. But I'm also going to make sure you know how to properly notarize. So you probably need to get notarized like a pro before you can master apostilles. So some people want to skip steps. You can't skip steps. You cannot. If you're baking a cake, the cake says add 3 eggs. You don't have any eggs. Now, a lot of times I've had that happen too. I'm like, okay, what can I use instead? I don't have any milk. Can I use water? Can I use something else? perhaps, but you better make sure, doggone, that you done looked it up, took your time, and make sure that it's something comparable that you can use. If not, your cake is not going to come out good. Your cornbread ain't going to come out good, okay? Whatever it is that you are preparing, if you don't follow the steps. So I'm very big on processes. I'm very big on processes, knowing how to properly be a notary first and then add these services, okay? My way takes a little bit longer, guys. It does. It does. But when it hit, you're going to be into something. Your business is going to thrive. Your business is going to thrive. You'll be a notary like a pro. And I'm putting that in our chat all day long. We got notaries like a pro out here. People notarizing like a pro. I can feel their confidence level because they know what to do. Right? So I want that for you too. So we're going to recap our points and we're going to get over here to this thing what happened yesterday with our gift. Miss Donna is here. And really quick. So let's recap really quick. So you are not going to be telling your clients that you are going to do the apostille because it's going to confuse them. You need to have the proper verbiage, okay? You are not going to choose your client's notarization for them because once again, that is up to them to choose. Do they want an acknowledgement? Do they want a jurat? What do they want, okay? And it needs to be correct because when you take it to the Secretary of State, who is your boss, they're checking notarizations. That's what you do. You're a notary. If you were the notary, it could have been somebody else that was the notary, right? So it's not always you. And the last thing is you don't want to skip the notarization step. And you need to make sure the notary is completed correctly. That's your job. So even though you didn't notarize the document, it's on you to make sure that it is properly notarized because you're the one asking a client for $200, $300, $400. So it's on you to make sure, okay? Ian Grip says, yes, I spoke to my broker today. I'm good. So you need a broker to be a notary. Are you talking about something different, Ian Grip? Because you don't need a broker to be a notary. What are you talking about? A real estate license? What are you talking about? Or why do you have a broker to be a notary if you're talking about notary? Okay. Very good. Very good. Let me clear my throat. All right, let's get to it. So yesterday, Donna Mack so generously offered to give somebody a book, my book, How to Price Your Notary Services. It's not that complicated. And I thought that was so sweet of her. Donna has been generous with our mentees a couple times, offering stuff. And I really appreciate that about her. She's very, very giving. So she offered yesterday. Her question was to someone, what is something that I always say? Now, Donna, that you're here now, can you put in the chat what you were looking for last night? Because I felt Andrea had answered the question. And Ms. Donna Mack thought, I always call her Donna Mack because we got two Donnas in mentorship. I think we got three now. But anyway, Donna Mack. Can you tell me what you were looking for? What was the response? And what was the original question, if you recall? Because the question was something like, what is a common phrase I always say? And like I said, I thought Andrea had it. But let me know, because I know you said you were still here. Let me know. So after the fact, though, Donna Mack reached out, and she says that she felt Regina had the right answer. So a couple of you were here last night. What were your opinions? So she said she would give them both one. I thought that was really sweet of her. That's how Donna rolls. She's going to give both of them a book. Okay? I don't have that book with me, but I do have my other book while I wait on Donna. Start Your Notary Business, and each one has their own, each state has their own book. So you start in Georgia, Florida, wherever you are. Okay? Indiana, got you covered. Got you covered, okay? Wherever you are. So check out the Start Your Notary Business book. You guys can drop your questions in here, and it would be I'll answer some questions for you. Donna, where are you? Donna. Oh, here she is. Okay, Donna says, I was looking for stay ready so you don't have to get ready. I'm 99% sure that's what she said last night. Can anybody else confirm, but she's going to get both of them one anyway, but we're just curious. And I do say that all the time. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. When the phone rings for an apostille, I want you to be ready. When it rings for a general notary job, I want you to be ready. Okay? You're only going to be ready by putting in the work. And I can tell who put in the work, even in mentorship, and who doesn't. Okay? I can tell. I can tell who puts in the work and who doesn't. I can tell by your questions. And we don't mind you asking questions. Again, that's what we're here for. But I could already tell you're skipping around in the program. You skipped a whole course. I could tell. I could tell by decisions that you make in your business. I could tell by the way you name your business. I could tell if you have your documents in order. I can tell if you skip something. I wrote the course. So of course I know. But I can tell by your questions. So let's see. Donna, they are saying that is so sweet of you, Notary in Real Life. Lisa is saying Miss Donna is the best, my witness buddy. Yes, I know you guys work closely together. And Lisa, you've been just an anchor in the group. You and Donna Mac, Donna G. I mean, our group is just amazing. It really is. Jasmine's in the house. What's up? So, Donna, Lisa is saying Andrea did say it. So, I already sent you her number. And then Regina, if you're not here when you are watching this, hopefully, I don't think I have your phone number. I don't remember your last name. I don't know that if Donna got it or not. But she wants to send you the book, okay? So you can reach out at Notary Educators LLC at gmail.com. Okay, you can reach out. Notary Educators LLC at gmail.com. Hey, let me get a little controversy started right quick. Let's do it. So I've been using Gmail since I had this business, right? I've been using a Gmail since I had, for all my businesses actually. Now I got a couple of irons in the fire, and those I've actually decided to go like or info@.com. What are your thoughts about using Gmail? Some people think it's kind of ghetto, kind of tacky. It doesn't show you to be professional. Now, before we get started with the conversation, your girl don't offend easily, okay? Part of why I've kept my Gmail account is because I want you to see that you can still work with a Gmail account if you cannot afford other emails, okay? I know some people say, well, it's only $100 a year. It's only $200 a year. It's only this, it's only that. But when you're first starting out, some of you don't have an extra $100 a year for email or extra $200 for this. You just don't. So the reason, in part, why I kept my Gmail, and I've kept it for all these years, is, and also Gmail is searchable. It's the #1 search engine between that and YouTube. So anything Gmail is populating, right? So that's why I kept it. So what are your thoughts? I've been hearing people, kind of talk about your email should be a .com or, more professional. Since we just chatting it up tonight, that was a question I had for y'all. I'm going to get a question really quick. And then let me show you the journals right quick. And then I'm going to get the rest of these questions, okay? So I have 15 different journals you can choose from. This is just a few of them. So check out the whole collection. DJ S, I'm glad you're here. I can answer your question live for you. Check out the whole collection at NotaryEducatorsLLC.com. This is a white snow leopard. We got the pink. This is a hardback. Love that one. And this is a paperback car. So I got 15 you can choose from. I just thought I would show you a few of them. If you've not gotten your journal, check them out, okay? There's orange. There's all colors. So there's cats, dogs, horses. You'll find something that you like. Okay, so let's see here. Ann Grip is saying, oh no, let's go back a little bit. Let's go back to DJS. DJS, give me your other question that you had. Okay, I might can find it right quick. Hold on, because you are here live. I don't want to answer that. DJS, like, people don't care about that. She's correct. They don't care. They want to know you know how to stamp that paper. That's what they want to know. You know how to execute the documents. That's what they want to know. So what your email address is, now I'm not saying when you start doing different things, it may not be important. But again, I've been running my notary business for 6 years. I get documents all day long on that email address. I send documents all day long on my email addresses. And I've not had any problems. Let me go to comments right quick because I want to get your comment live. Let me see, can I find it? And if you could type it too, you could. Oh, hold on. It's right here. Hold on. I'm on my DJS. Your comment was, hey, Kimmi, this was 2 days ago. I have not answered any comments. I've been here live. So if you got a question, drop it here live. It'd be quicker. Because I got to start doing better by answering my questions. But by the time I finish with my mentorship, over there, I do answer questions, but it's just not every day, all day. Okay. So, on the YouTube channel, because you got to have your mentorship. You got to help them, right? They got real jobs out there. So DJS says, hey, Kimmi, what are the apps you use to track your mileage? Is there anything else besides Notary Gadget? I use Notary Gadget. I love Notary Gadget. I'm sure you heard me talk about that before. I use it for everything. And then at the end of the year, I do have a link. I'm an affiliate. So check it out on the Notary, under the resources here at NotaryEducatorsLLC.com. Check out all the free resources. But I use Notary Gadget because at the end of the year, I'm able to just print that report, give it to my tax person, and they love it. One year, my tax person was like, ooh, what is this? How do you get your stuff broken down like this? I said, this is an app designed for notaries. So you can always use an Excel spreadsheet. You can create your own. It's all kind of mileage trackers out there. But again, I like Notary Gadget because I put all my jobs in there too. Not just mileage. It tracks my jobs. I can go back and check. Okay, so last year I did 5 ink fingerprinting jobs. Or the year before that I did 20. Why is the number going down? Where is there room for growth? I can check everything with Notary Gadget. So again, that's my preferred go-to. So that's what I recommend. There are other ones out there. Notary Assist. I've not done anything with them. I don't know how it works. But again, you could always find an app or create your own. So, but back to the email question here. People don't care, okay? They need to know if you know how to stamp that paper and scan it back and don't have no errors. So what your email account is, it really don't matter. And again, I keep mine just for that reason. I want you to know you can still work without it. You know, I'm not opposed to getting it. I'm thinking about getting it. Something like info@NotaryEducatorsLLC.com. You know, but whatever. Again, I get y'all emails. And when I'm doing my none better business, what is it? I got so many emails. None better notary service at gmail.com or whatever. Okay. I get long signings here all day long. I send them back. All right. Ingrip says the broker helps facilitate new applications, renewals. They assisted me since 1996. The state website was confusing also. I get discounts on stamps and books. It just gets to the state quicker. Interesting. Okay. Very good. If that's what you need to do in your state. Because in my state, we just print it and go down there and keep it moving. I mean, but, you know, every state is different. You're right. Some are easier to navigate. So cool. I was just curious. I'm like a notary broker. Okay. And the NNA would be a broker too, I guess, because some people go through the NNA. They do charge a little bit more, I believe, because it's a fee attached to everything, right? And again, I'm the person, I'm doing as much as I can to keep my money in my pocket. Okay. And that's why a lot of times I do things a certain way because I want to make sure if I could do it that way, you probably can too and save some money. Okay. DJS says Gmail is just easier to remember. Yeah, it is. It is easy to remember because most people have Gmail. I don't know if you guys knew this, but you could tell a lot about a person by their email address. I might be talking myself into a .com because if somebody has a Hotmail or net to whatever those old emails are, people can start kind of dating your age, you know, and it's been recommended from AARP and other professionals that you do need to get a new email address, especially if you're in a job market. You know, if you're looking for a job and they're looking, well, this is Hotmail or AOL or whatever. I'm not saying you have to change, but, you know, you can tell a lot about a person just from their email address. So I might be answering my own question. Is Gmail saying that I'm cheap? It's having a Gmail account saying, girl, you cheap. Get pay for something. Jasmine says, I'm for professional emails. I have one. Zoho offers a free professional email. Zoho. What is Zoho? Thank you, Jasmine, for that tip. Y'all getting gems. That's what they do all day long. Jasmine's in community. They help each other out. I'm looking on Zoho right now. So products. Let's see. Ooh, girl. See, but Jasmine like complications now. Because I'm on their website, Jasmine, and it look complicated to me. It's too many options. Let me see email. It's too many options for me. I'm under email. Hold on. Mail. So they got, wait a minute, email. Yeah, see, okay, here we go. Let me click on the email. So it says get started with a free ad. Ad free email. Okay. So you might check out Zoho. Let me check the pricing. I've not used it, but it's been recommended by Jasmine. And it looks like it may not be that complicated, Jasmine. Let me take that back. Maybe, maybe not. So it's saying for a workplace standard is $3. Billed annually. 30 gigs, 100. Or mail light is $1, $4, $6, $7 additional users. So it may be okay. How long have you been using Zoho? How long have you been using that? Just curious. And can you pick your own email address, Jasmine? Is the other question while we got you here. Okay. Notary in Real Life says Gmail's working for her. Lori says it works for her too. DJ S says, hi Kimmi, how have you been? I wanted to know what other notary. Yeah, I just answered that for you. Cool. Grip says, I've been good too. Thank you for asking. I've just been busy with the mentorship program. That's why I've been kind of MIA. I've been hopping in doing, quick phone calls over there. And people are actually growing as they're learning what to do. That's the whole purpose of the mentorship. So I spend most of my time over there. And when I have a little time, I'll come live. And so that's what I've been doing. And then things have changed with the team. So, it's just kind of me. Jeffrey's here, but he does more of the technical stuff. He doesn't like being on camera. So, I gotta pace myself. So I come when I can. Let's see. Ingrid says, I'm going to change my email. I don't like Gmail. Yeah. And if you don't like it, you can always change it. It's no problem. No problem at all. Ingrid also says journal and supplies discount through my broker, but I'm going to order your journal. But I'm going to order a journal instead. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you. Let us know what color you get. Something's going on over in chat. Let me just see. Can I look at it? I don't know. I don't want to mess up my 2 signers down. Okay, look at Lamar. Look at Lamar over in chat. Can y'all give him a woo woo? That's our mentorship program. Lamar is new with us. He's doing amazing. Yeah. Can y'all tell Lamar congrats while I'm on my live, please? I appreciate it. Help a sister out. Alexis is still with us, but she just got, different endeavors that she's doing too. So, everybody don't eat, sleep, and breathe notary like myself. I love being a notary, if you couldn't tell. So it's all good. It's all good. I do miss everybody, but we're all still a team. And we still cool. Everybody still talk to each other and all that. Alexis is still training with us. Jeffrey's still going to be here, hopefully, God willing. So, all right. DJ S I still have AOL. Yeah. I'm going to put it in chat right quick. Let me tell you what it says. This is not me saying it. What does it say? And no shade, okay? What does it say about a person that, I'm going to put both questions, actually, my question too, that uses Gmail versus a paid email? I may not want to know the answer. Also, what does it say, y'all, about a person that has an AOL account? I know I ain't gonna want to know the answer. Okay, let's see what it say, y'all. Let's see what it says. It says, good question. I'm not going to read all of it because we'll be here all day. Actually, let me make it shorter. Let's make it shorter. Hold on. Because usually it'll start out giving you a long answer, and we're going to just say, make it shorter. Make the answer shorter. Okay, here's a shorter version. All right, this is 4 points. So it says, when it comes to email, Gmail, check it out. Gmail is reliable and modern, but can look unbranded for a small biz, but not as polished. Okay, we'll take that. Okay, so reliable and modern, because everybody knows Gmail, so it doesn't mean it's fake, right? But not branded, because you want your brand in everything. So now that I'm reading that, when I type in Notary Educators or someone else types that in, I want it all across all socials, all web, all everything, right? So when it says that right there, that might make me change just because I like my brand everywhere. I put my picture on everything, okay? I am the brand. We are the brand, okay? And sometimes that's good, that's bad. We'll talk about that another day. But anyway, so for small business, not as polished. Okay, now having a paid custom email, for example, you@yourbusiness.com, it looks professional, trustworthy, and shows you've invested in your brand. Okay, so having a paid custom email, it does look professional, trustworthy, and shows you've invested in your brand. And I'm all for that, okay? I'm all for that because you guys know I do believe in having your brand. You are your brand. You represent the brand. And even part of my brand is I have a flower. You will not see me on here very rarely. I did it like last month. I forgot I was going to go somewhere. And I forgot to put my flower in my head. I was just sitting in the bed talking at the edge of the bed. And I laid up in the bed. But I was just sitting at the edge of the bed just talking. I'm getting hot too. Hold on. I got to cut the fan off. And I looked in the camera. I said, oh, wait a minute, girl. You ain't got no flower in your head. Okay. Now let's go on to AOL. Okay. AOL, Yahoo, or Hotmail is seen as outdated, may give the impression you're not tech savvy or up to date. Okay. So, you know, based on everything we talked about, what is the final verdict in the comments? What are you guys thinking? AOL, Yahoo, and Hotmail can be seen as outdated, give the impression you're not tech savvy, or you're not up to date. You're out of style. I don't know. So bottom line is, this is from chat. Gmail works. Custom emails build credibility. AOL can hold you back. And that's if you're looking for a job. Okay? That's if you're looking for a job. So let's get some more of y'all comments. Jasmine says, oh my God, I have a Hotmail. Had it since I was in middle school. And I use it for almost everything. LOL, I refuse to let it go. That's exactly what it's talking about. So now we can kind of figure what year you graduated, right? And if you're looking for a job, they're going to be like, oh, okay. So is this person using Hotmail because they don't know how to use something? I'm working with somebody right now, and they just got a Gmail the other day. I was trying to send them something, and it was like, this person doesn't have Gmail. So that is another reason too you may want to get you a Gmail, because I was trying to send this person something. We were trying to share a drive, and we couldn't share the file because they didn't have Gmail. And Gmail knows. Gmail know all your business, okay? All right, so Lori says, I still got my Hotmail account. Oh, no. So this is a good conversation. And then Lisa says Gmail works for her. Still working. And Lisa works. She gets documents. I get documents. So I'm telling you, it can work. It does work. And that's another reason why I haven't, just invested in it. It's not a big deal. If I want to do it, I can. Jasmine says, I just started it, so I can't give a review yet. My professional email with my hosting company was like $20 for the year, but I don't plan on renewing with them, which is why I went to Zoho. Okay. And thanks. They're telling Lamar congratulations. Yeah, I didn't see I think he said he had 2 signings that he completed today. So shout out Lamar, even if you're not here. I'll be over in chat after I finish my live in about 15 minutes. So DJS says, but I use my Gmail. Okay, look, you got one foot in Hotmail and one AOL, Hotmail, and then one over in Gmail. Jasmine says, DJS. I just read an article about AOL retiring their dial-up service. There's like 100,000 people who still use it for internet. Are you kidding? Oh my goodness. GG Solutions is saying one. I think that's to the Apostille question. DJS is saying gems. Boo. Jasmine says lies. I'm only 33 and tech savvy. I'm keeping my Hotmail. I don't care what it says. Jasmine, you're so funny. Lori says I'm with Jasmine. Ingrid says brand and pay for the email. Just do it. Just do it. Brand and pay for the email. So I guess I'll do it. I probably will. I gotta think about it. And then sometimes I can be a little contrary. I don't like to do what everybody else is doing. And I don't like to do it because you told me I got to do it. Okay? Now, that's not good. Because I'm telling y'all, you got to notarize like a pro, right? And some of y'all saying, Kimmi, you can't tell me what to do. I can notarize how I want to notarize. All right, Samuel. Hey, Samuel. Samuel says, too much scamming going on in Hotmail back in the day. Yeah. So I never had a Hotmail. Only thing I've ever had is Gmail. I have about 6 or 7 Gmail accounts. Yeah, I got about 6 or 7 of them. Let me tell y'all about mentorship really quick. Most of you today are in mentorship. We got a few that's not. Lori said she never had a problem with her Hotmail. She never had a problem. So let's talk about mentorship a little bit. So the mentorship, you have 2 options right now to get in. That's going to be a $27 price point or $47 price point, depending on what you're looking for. Both options allow you to come to the meetings together because I'm the kind of person, I want you to really learn. And I know just having a course is not going to get it. You have to have that live interaction. You have to have the live interaction. So my first thought was, maybe we'll just let them watch the courses for $27. When I first started this mentorship program, that's what it was, just watch the courses. And then I was like, nope. I really want to help the people. I told my husband that too. I said, when I roll this out, I rolled it out that way where people could just watch the course library. People were good with that. They were like, cool. And then I thought about it. I was like, but I really want you to win. And the best way to win is to have some interaction with me. I could let you watch my courses. You can watch my YouTube channel. And I even get the question a lot. Somebody asked me this recently, and I'm going to address it really quick. So you have 2 options for mentorship. Just check it out, Notary Educators. LLC.com, excuse me. And or you can buy individual courses still. Coupon code is WIN2025, also at Notary Educators LLC.com. And I made a change, guys. I got 2 things I'm gonna tell y'all before I get out of here. I made a change based on the conversation that happened in this live last night. Someone was trying to find a mentorship and they went to the website and they couldn't find it. That's a customer service problem. Yep. They should not have to. You should not have to. No one should have to go to my website and not be able to immediately see something about the mentorship program. That's my main product that I offer nowadays. Okay, I have many products. Books, journals, ebooks, whatever you need, I got you covered notary-wise, okay? NotaryEducatorsLLC.com. But you should not go to my website and not be able to see the program. So would you guys look at it really quick for me and tell me what you think? Because I took a few minutes last night after we got off this live, and I took a few minutes earlier today when I got back from some appointments and tweaked it again. And now I think it's crystal clear. I removed the clutter, okay? And the reason I want y'all to look at my website, because I want to give you some ideas about your business too. I ain't going to say nothing without teaching. Even though I've been accused of, well, you talked a whole 7 minutes and you didn't teach us anything. Are you kidding? I don't get on here and don't teach. When I open my mouth, I'm teaching, okay? Now, it might have been not what you're looking for, but you're going to walk away with some gems if you put your ears on and you're listening, okay? You got to listen. Sometimes we so focused on this one thing. The gem is right in front of you. You didn't even see it. You didn't hear it. You didn't hear it. I never get on here and not share something or learn something from you all. So last night, again, somebody was on my website. She's looking for the mentorship program and couldn't find it. That's a problem. So anyway, last night I tweaked it. I tweaked it some more today, and now it should be crystal clear. It's plenty of places for you to see it, for you to click it, and be able to locate it. So the same thing in your business. You may think, oh, I love my website. I love my colors. I love my name. I love this. I love that. I love how it's designed. But if your clients can't rock with it, if they can't find what they need, if they can't book with you, if they can't see how much it costs, I don't put my prices on my website. So that's a personal decision. I don't. Some people say, put it on there so that you already know who the cheap people are. I disagree with that. That's not, I just do. I do. And now that I'm looking at this again, I think I see one more change I'm going to make right quick. I'm going to do it live. So even with you and your business, though, you want to look at your website, make sure that it is user friendly. Okay. You want to make sure your website is user friendly, because if they can't find the services, they can't find you, they can't find your phone number, they can't call you, you don't answer the phone, all that stuff affects your business. Every little thing affects your business. So when that person told me last night in the chat, they were like, Kimmi, I don't see it. You should not be telling me you don't see it. That's a customer service issue. Okay? Lori says it looked good. Thank you, Lori, because I did make quite a few changes last night. And I'm about to make one more as we speak. Yep, I'm about to make one more. Yeah, because it should be easy for people to do business with you. Okay, I just made one more. And you got to keep looking at it. I'm going to be honest with you. When I'm doing a website, and that's why I like to do it myself, I don't really like to use all these things that I cannot manage. Like, I know how to do GoDaddy, right? I would love to maybe do Wix or all these other more complicated sites, but for me, it just doesn't work because I don't have the bandwidth, the energy, whatever word you want to put in there, to be trying to figure out how to, let me see, I don't like that. Bandwidth to try to figure out how to get something done. I don't want to call somebody every time I need to make a change on my website. Okay, so that's why I use GoDaddy. I keep it simple. All right. It's a lot going on in the chat. I can't wait to get over there. I think it's a lot of congratulations though for Lamar. That's our private group chat. Hey Rhonda, how are you? Rhonda's joining us. Okay, so that was one thing I wanted to tell you. So you got to be willing to make changes. This past Saturday we had a session and we had a conversation with one of our mentees where there's a name problem. If everybody got your name in your business and you cannot be found, that's a problem. Do you agree or disagree? And sometimes we got to take a loss, guys. Sometimes you got to take a loss to win. Got to take an L for the team. It might mean changing your name. It might mean changing something. You might have to start that LLC over. If everybody got Love Mobile Notary and you started a business called Love Mobile Notary, guess what's going to happen? They're not going to find you. You ain't going to be happy. You're not going to have no business. Somebody going to have business, but it's not going to be you. Okay? So we really have to come to grips with that. Sometimes it may cost us some money. And I've taken losses. It's called the cost of doing business. Right? Especially if you are in mentorship and you didn't follow what I told you to do. Or you already had your stuff before you found us. I've had many a conversation. People have to change their name. Okay? And it breaks my heart every time. We wrestled with that on Saturday, y'all. If you were not there, go back and catch the replay. This is our live mentorship I'm talking about because we meet weekly. And that one, it was rough. We were all almost in tears because we didn't want this person to have to change their name. But when we pulled it up, I found 2 people that had it. Somebody else at mentorship pulled it up. They found 4 people in a whole nother state. So it was 3 states that this person's name was located. The same exact name. No good. No bueno. All right. So let's see here. Jasmine says, did I skip something? Let's see. Jasmine says, Lori, I love Hotmail. It's also easy to read and sort emails from my phone. Gmail is too much. I don't like their interface. That's why I don't mess with Gmail account much. Y'all, my girl Jasmine, everybody gonna be going to the left. Jasmine go up to the right. Jasmine, you know I love you. You know I love you. But I love Gmail. Gmail is easy. I love everything about. That's why I keep my Gmail. I love everything about Gmail. Gmail is so easy. Rhonda says, I'm good, studying for my notary exam coming up. What state are you in, Rhonda? And congratulations, we're sending good vibes. Hopefully you pass it. What state? I had 2 friends who had to change their names. Yep. I have a whole video on this channel, and it breaks my heart. I've had many one-on-one sessions with people. I had another guy, New Orleans. Okay, I know you guys are a little bit tricky. I had another customer, client, mentee, whatever, and somebody had his name in Florida. He was in Texas. I'm like, you know, you need to probably change that name, right? So we talked about it. No, Miss Kimmi, no. It took him about another 6 months, but he changed it. He had to. Every time I pull him up, I'm getting this other person in Florida. That you cannot have a business like that. The last thing I want to talk about really quick, because I'm supposed to be gone. Am I? I got a few minutes. The last thing I wanted to talk about is somebody asked me in the comments. You guys are, well, it's fine. It's fine. Somebody asked me in comments. They said, hey, Kimmi, is it really worth getting mentorship? Because you have so many videos here. What else could you be talking about, basically? You have so many videos. and I wanted to answer that really quick. I have 1,000 videos on this channel. Actually, it might be more than that. Let me see. It's because a lot of shorts. Some of it's shorts. Oh, actually, I have 1,600 videos on this channel. Over that. Okay, 1,600 videos. Okay, some of that's podcasts. Some of that is shorts. Some of that's regular videos. All of that counts when it's going into the video count, right? So somebody asked me, it was like, hey, is it still worth signing up for mentorship? Like, they're asking basically, can I just learn everything here on the channel? You cannot. You cannot. I have people right here in mentorship tonight. Can you attest to, some of y'all watch me for years, but isn't mentorship completely different? You're going to hear some of the stuff that you hear on the channel because it just doesn't change, right? The sky is blue. It ain't never been purple. It ain't never, unless a storm coming. The sky is blue. That doesn't change. Your girl gonna have a flower. That doesn't change. Now the color of the flower is gonna change. The sky is gonna change a little bit depending on what's going on with the weather. So some of my basic stuff that I teach is not gonna change, but I get deeper with it. And you gotta get deep. You gotta go deep in order to be a pro. You can learn quite a bit. I have people that learn from my channel all day long. That's why it's here. That's my way of giving back to people, right? But everybody here that's in mentorship can tell you it's a completely different experience. It's something you cannot explain. Have you ever eaten a meal and somebody said, girl, what was it like going to that restaurant? Or you travel or whatever. And, and someone's asking you, they're like, hey, how was such and such? And you can't even describe it. You cannot describe it to that person. They won't understand you. Some stuff you have to experience for yourself in order to really understand it. Like I had friends that used to go to a spa. I never went to a spa before, and one of those like Korean spas or whatever. And I never did that before. I was like, I don't know. And that's why some people say, well, don't knock stuff till you try it. Not everything, y'all, but some stuff. Okay. So anyway, I tried it. I loved it. I was so relaxed. It was such a beautiful experience. But for somebody else, I could tell them, girl, yeah, we did this, and that. And they're like, I don't think I want to do that. Or, you know, they watch a YouTube video, they think it's one way, but when you actually have the experience for yourself, it's completely different. Lori is like, mentoring is nuanced, just like notarizing is. Yeah, the mentor program is completely different. It doesn't matter what level you are in your notary journey, we got you covered. Some of them are just starting out. Some have been with me for a while. And they just love the fact that they have access 7 days a week. We're open 7 days a week in the chat. and start as early as typically 9, ending around 11. But it is still a community. It's not about mentorship from me necessarily. And that's the direction that we're going in, and it's getting better. When it first started, it was 3 of us. It was 3 of us, kind of 4 of us answering the chat, right? But now it's down to kind of just me. So we got to go back to the way it was originally designed, which is more of a community feel. And that means each one teach one. We help each other. I'm there for your major teaching, your major lessons, your major stuff with your signings. I'm going to make sure you complete that signing like a doggone pro, okay? We're going to make sure we get it complete. I don't care if it's midnight, okay? We get the signing completed. However, the community piece of it, being with like-minded people, you seeing everybody else win, it motivates you. People getting their Google pages done. They're doing their first loan mod. We do have people doing their first apostilles. I mean, we got everything happening over in chat. That's why some people, they got a love-hate relationship with the chat. I'm going to say this for real. I'm going to get ready to go. They got a love-hate relationship with the chat. The chat can be popping. And when it's popping, okay? But on the flip side of that, it's like ding, 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 ding. So it just depends. It just depends what the day looks like. Some days everybody got 2-3 signings. Some days somebody got an apostille they working on. Somebody need a witness. I need help with getting somebody to cover a job for me. I mean, there's all kind of stuff going on in that chat. So it's not just people leave, they come back. And that's what I was going to mention that too. So if you are watching this and you were part of the original mentorship and you had to leave for some reason, maybe cost or whatever, sign up for the $27 plan. You can at least come to the live sessions, okay? That's an offer for anybody. If you sign up for the $27 plan, you can come to the live sessions. Now, you can't be in the chat. And the reason I don't let the $27 people in the chat is because you don't have access to everything, and it's not fair to you or even to the group. We're talking about apostilles, we're talking about loan signing, we're talking about fingerprinting, we're talking about all this other deep stuff, but you don't know what we're talking about. It's like Greek. So you can come to the live sessions where you can talk about what you want to talk about. We do talk about whatever everybody wants to talk about, and you can come to the live sessions. We come together. So you can kind of see what the community looks like. So you got your $27 people, you got your $47 people, you got your startup plan, you got your all-inclusive plan. So we are one community truly, and I love that about the community. You never know who's in the group, who's part of the $27 plan, who's part of the $47 plan. Nobody would know that. The only way they know, if they even paying attention, is when you join the group chat. But because the group chat is not part of the smaller package, okay, the starter plan. All right, let's see. Last couple questions and we are out of here for real. Okay, Ingrid says, yes, mentorship is good. Community networking, a person can learn more than it is, just depends on how you can grasp things. Yes, I completely agree. Lisa says, the mentorship helped me get to where I am today. Definitely helped me and still helping me. Lisa, we love you, you know that. Lisa, Lori, Donna G, Donna Mac, Jasmine, I can't even go on. Andrea was part of mentorship. I mean, the people are doing their things. Denise, I mean, it's just amazing. It really is. I'm just so proud of everyone. I can't get everybody's name. Diamond is knocking it out the box. I'm just trying to go from memory right now. But everybody for real is doing their thing. We got people starting their businesses. I won't say everybody's name too because they're not here. But yeah. I'm very proud of our mentorship program. I'm very proud. And guess what, guys? It's got to be working because it's been around almost 2 years now. It's got to be working. People are doing things. People come, people go. That's what happens when you have a mentorship plan. But most people stay. We have a very low, what they call churn rate. And I'm working on some things to teach you guys about different parts of business. I'll be telling you about that in the future to go deeper for those who want to dabble over in the digital space. I'm working on some projects and stuff, so I'll keep y'all posted. But I'm very proud of what we created, and I just don't even have the words sometimes. I've been blessed to help so many people to start their businesses and just do it like a pro. Now, what I always say, what I teach is not sexy, it's not glamorous, it's not none of that. But you're going to walk away knowing what you need to know. You're going to walk away with a good business. All right. So guys, on behalf of Notary Educators, I thank you all so much for hanging out with me. The mentorship people here, members, I really appreciate you guys. You truly are a community and family. Notary in Real Life says mentorship have given me the confidence, have had me confident when I service my clients. And it's clear on how many packages you do every day. Notary in Real Life. Yeah. So the testimonies are here. They're on the website. They're in the mentorship. We do what we do. Everybody wins. Okay. So guys, again, on behalf of Notary Educators with Kimmi, I'm going to let y'all get back to your evening. Thank you all my mentees for hanging out. We have an awesome community. Continue to love one another. And I would love for us all to get together live. I just don't know how that's going to happen. But we see each other. We know it. All right. Digital, bring it. I got you, Ingrid. Yeah, it's coming, though. It's coming. All right. Good night, everybody. See y'all maybe tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. Maybe not tomorrow. We have a mentorship class. So, I don't know. Join us over at mentorship. Because you might not see me tomorrow. Mentorship tomorrow live, 7 p.m. Eastern. Check out the schedule at notaryeducatorsllc.com. Okay? Bye! Thank you, guys. Lori, everybody. Angela, thank you. Lisa, Jasmine. See you guys, okay? Yes, the digital space is coming, Ingrid. It's coming, girl. I'm about to set y'all straight. Okay, bye, y'all. I got to go for real. Bye.
Thanks for tuning in to the Notary Educators with Kimmi podcast. We hope you found today's episode helpful and inspiring as you build your notary business. Don't forget to explore our all-inclusive $47 monthly training notary library for more resources to expand your skills and services. Stay connected with us on YouTube at Notary Educators with Kimmi for even more tips, tricks, and industry insights. Be sure to subscribe and share this podcast with others who want to succeed in the notary field. Until next time, keep growing and learning, and take your notary business to the next level. See you soon! Don't forget, for all things notary related, visit notaryeducatorsllc.com.